Hello everybody, it's Alina, and in today's video we are building this cute little family farmhouse that I built in the world of Henford-on-Bagley in The Sims 4, obviously. So I built it on a 20 by 30 lot, and going into this build I really did not know what I wanted to do with it and where I wanted to take it or anything like that. All I knew is that I wanted to build something in Henford-on-Bagley because that is just what I felt inspired to do, and I really wanted to build a house that had a little sunroom just because I have been enjoying playing with the new greenhouse haven kit a lot lately, and I just wanted to do something like do a build where I could use that little kit again. So I really wanted to have a house that had a little sunroom or winter garden, whatever you want to call it, and that's really all I knew going into, you know, the process of building this house. But then I came up with a little shell that I liked, and I started to do the color scheme, and I just like tried out a bunch of different colors and whatnot, and then I settled on using some very earthy colors such as like mossy green and just different kinds of brown and beige and just like very earthy colors. So in that moment, I guess I just decided that I wanted this house to be for people that just are very environmentally conscious and people that really respect the planet and really just want to do their part to like not mess up the planet even further, you know. So I just really wanted this house to be for some people that really like nature and just want to like live out here in the foresty part of Henford-on-Bagley and just live their lives, enjoy everything, and just have fun on their little farm. So I gave them a like animal shed where you obviously can put either a cow or a llama, and in the screenshots I decided to put a cow just because I feel like that definitely makes the most sense for Sims like these that just want to be completely self-sustainable, because obviously with the cow you can drink their milk and whatnot, and with the llama in the Sims you can just get their wool, so that's not a thing you need to survive. But yeah, I don't know, obviously you can get a llama instead if you want to have that if you decide to play on this farm, like whatever, you know. But I also put a chicken coop so you can get some eggs from there, and I just feel like these Sims that live here definitely have like a completely maxed out green bar relationship with all of these animals because they just love them so much, and they're just like their best friends, and they really like animals and they respect them a lot, so they're just like having a great time on this little cute farm. And of course I also put the little like rapid little like tree stump, the one that makes little rapids appear on your lot, just because I feel like that's such a cute item, and I really love the bunnies in this game. I think they are adorable and I will definitely use them every chance that I get. I think I've said this before, but I really love the bunnies in this game and they are amazing, so I obviously put one or like a little like a bunny stump on this lot because it's so cute. And then I also put the little like tree stump-ish thing that you can interact with birds on. I think I haven't really used that object in game, but I definitely have played with the bunnies a lot because I really like them. I think they are the best. Yeah, anyway, I just feel like these people love animals and they love nature, they love planet Earth, and they are just doing what they think is right for the planet. So I think that's great. And I don't think I've mentioned this yet, which is kind of stupid, but this is a 2-bedroom house only. I only managed to fit 2 bedrooms in here, but it also has 2 bathrooms, and I was imagining that 4 Sims live on this lot because in the like parents' bedroom I've got a double bed so you can have 2 Sims in there, and then in the kids' bedroom I put a little single bed, like a bunk bed actually, and then a toddler bed, so you can have 4 Sims on this lot, and I think it's very cute. And I definitely continued that earthy and like only nature-ish colors on the inside as well because I really just wanted it to be like that on the entire lot and not just on the outside or something. I really wanted it to be a thing that was in the entire thing, you know. So I really like that. I think it's very cute, and I never really like go for color schemes like this one, at least not where I really just like go all in with it. Maybe I decorate a room or 2 with a color scheme that is similar to this one, but never an entire house, I don't think. So yeah, that was kind of fun and I really enjoyed it, and I really like this house, so I hope you all like it as well. And as I did say earlier, I have really been enjoying playing with the new kits, the greenhouse haven one. Not that I feel like it really adds anything spectacular to your greenhouses or sunrooms or anything like that, and it's definitely not a necessity if you want to make rooms of this sort, because I definitely have made loads of them in the past without the kit, but I really do like some of the items that we got with it, and I just really wanted to use the kit again, so that is why I wanted to have a little sunroom or winter garden, whatever it even is, I don't know, but yeah, I wanted to have that on this lot, and I think it's so cute. And in the little sunroom, I just put a little breakfast table, I guess, and then the flower arranging table that we got with the Seasons expansion pack, because that is one of my favorite skill objects. I really love the flower arranging skill. I think it's so cute, and I really love the flower arrangements that you can make. I think it's adorable, and I just really enjoy playing with that in my own gameplay. So yeah, I feel like a lot of my Sims have the flower arranging skill because I just really like it, and they definitely have the table as well because it's just so cute, and you can have a little like bouquet of flowers on your, like, I don't know, kitchen counters that you made yourself, and it's so cool. I love it. Yeah. It's a great object. But other than what I've already told you, I don't really have much of a story for the Sims that live here. They are just people that like the planet and really want to do their part to help save it and not to cause any further damage, I guess. And they are just living out here in the woody part of henford-on-bagley, and I feel like they are like big ol' introverts. They just like interact with each other and maybe like their neighbors that live quite far away once in a while, and then they go into town maybe like once every 2 weeks or something because they need a little thing or two, I don't know, but they don't really leave their house very often. They are little hermits. They are me, I guess. I don't know. No, I don't live out in like the country, but I am a hermit. Yeah, that is definitely not a thing that I can deny, unfortunately, or not unfortunately, but it's, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I wish I was different, but I'm not. It's fine though, whatever. Why am I talking about this? I don't know. But yeah, I don't really have much of a story for these Sims. I just think that they are super cute and they are living their best little life on this cute little farm. And also I did put the like crop patches things that we also got with cottage living. I don't remember what they're called, but the ones where you can grow those like really large crops on. You can grow really large eggplants, which, you know, sorry, I'm not gonna make that joke right now. We're not far enough into the video for that, but you can also grow giant lettuce and I think pumpkins and mushrooms, and that's really fun. I really do enjoy playing with those like giant patches. I have played with them quite a bit in my own game, and I just think they're really cool. And when you like grow them enough to like where they are at their absolute like maximum size, they are like worth a lot of money. I think some of them are worth like 500 simoleons each, which is quite a lot. But then again, you do also have to spend a lot of money on fertilizers if you do like want to make them as big as possible, and they cost like either I think 50 or 100 simoleons each, and you can fertilize them every day. So you do have to spend a lot on like fertilizer if you want to grow them really big, although sometimes when you clean the like animal sheds and also the little like chicken coops, you will get one of those fertilizers just from like cleaning it. But if you don't get one that day when you're cleaning the sheds, you are just gonna have to like buy it yourself, I guess, so that will cost you some money. But if you don't really spend too much money on fertilizers and you can just like clean your sheds and, you know, I don't know, not spend that much money on the fertilizers, you will be able to make a huge profit on those giant crops if that's a thing you want to do. I don't know, just a little pro tip, I guess, if you want to do a little like rags to riches sort of gameplay on a farm in The Sims, because I definitely have done that in the past. I think it's really fun, and I really enjoy the gameplay that comes with the cottage living expansion pack, which is why it's my favorite expansion pack. I really like it. I was kind of like thinking that a few weeks ago when the new growing together expansion pack that came out, that was going to be my new favorite instead of the like cottage living one, but no, cottage living is definitely my favorite just because I feel like the vibes are immaculate and the gameplay is really good, and I do like henford-on-bagley, so it's a really good pack, and the cast is really good, although I definitely don't think that like good cast should ever be the selling point of a pack for anybody, because especially if you are on PC, you can just download some really cute custom content, because there are so many amazing creators in this community that make absolutely amazing and beautiful CC, and it's just such high quality content, and I love it so much. So if you are on PC, you definitely definitely shouldn't buy a pack just because you love the cast items, in my opinion at least, because you can just download some free custom content instead. It's so amazing. But of course, if you are on console and you really like when your Sims look good, I do understand if you want to buy a pack because you really like the cast, or if you want to like buy a cast kit, because that makes sense to me. However, I do really like it when the Sims team does give us some good cast items, because for one, I really just like to have some good non-CC content for my Sims. I really do like that. And also, Max's Match CC creators, a lot of them, they take like the meshes from, like, for example, the hairs that we have in the packs, and then they just like change some things about them and they make them a little bit different, and then that is like how they create really beautiful hairs. So yeah, I really do appreciate it when we get very good cast in the kits, or in the packs and kits, I guess. I don't know, but I really like that because it's really great and it gives us some good custom content, and it gives like the creators some really good opportunities to create some new and beautiful CC, which I really do appreciate. But then again, I would never personally buy a pack just for the cast items. But that, of course, is just my own opinion. I do, as I said, understand if you are on like console and you want to like buy cast kits and just like see a pack that you really like, and then like you see the cast and that's just like what really makes you want to buy the pack because it's just like so beautiful and whatever, and you really want to like dress your Sims in those like items. I really do understand that, but I don't know, for me that just doesn't really make any sense. But yeah, anyway, I digress. I've been talking about this for so long. Why am I just like ranting and rambling so much today? I mean, that's what I always do, but it's like worse today somehow, so I do apologize for that. But today I'm like rambling about the Sims, whereas sometimes, or most days, I just ramble about literally anything else. But we are still like sort of early on into this video, so I still have a lot of time to just talk about whatever the heck I want to, and I guess that's just what I'm gonna do now. But yeah, I don't know, I was kind of like thinking that maybe I would talk a little bit about my life and like what's going on right now, but then I remembered that literally nothing interesting is going on ever like in my life, because it's just really boring, and the only things that are like happening right now is that, you know, I'm like getting closer to the exam time and I'm just like stressed about that, and now there are just like some other stressful things that are going on in my life, and they are all just like making me sad and not happy. So I decided that I do not want to talk about them, because the main reason and the like main thing that I love about doing YouTube is that it's just like a great distraction from reality. When I sit here and just talk into my microphone or play The Sims and make some builds and whatever, it's just like a great way to distract myself. I really enjoy that. So I figured that I do not want to talk about my life and whatever is stressing me out in this video. And when I'm not working on YouTube videos or playing The Sims, the main thing that I do to de-stress myself and just, I guess, distract myself from the not super fun things that are happening in my life is to just like watch a lot of sitcoms. I watch so many of them, and I have this like list of different sitcoms that I just rewatch, and then I start rewatching one and then I watch it from start to finish, and then the moment that one is over I start rewatching another one that I've seen a million times before already, and I just really enjoy it. And my mom always makes fun of me for it, because a lot of these shows are shows that I've watched with my mom, so the first time that I watched them was like with her, but she has not seen them ever since we watched them together like a few years ago, or whenever we watched the different shows. I don't really know, but yeah, like she hasn't seen them since then, but I have seen the different shows like at least 3 to 4 times since we watched them together. So I've seen them a bunch of times, and she always makes fun of me for it, because why do I want to just sit there and rewatch stuff that I've seen so many times, and is it still funny to me? And you know what, yes mom, it is still very funny to me, and also it just like brings me a lot of comfort to rewatch a bunch of shows that I've seen already, and I just like know what's happening next, and it's really nice. And also, like, for me, sitcoms are just like a great thing to put on in the background when I'm doing different things like cleaning or cooking or just doing whatever is happening, I guess. I don't know, taking care of my plants. Yeah, I don't know, it's just like a great thing to put on in the background. And if I put on a show that I have not seen before in the background, I feel like I'm just missing everything, and like I'm missing all the funny moments that aren't like, I don't know, said out loud and you can't really hear, because a lot of the funny things are like happening just on screen and you can't hear them. So if I'm like distracted and looking at the food that I'm preparing or like cleaning the toilet, I don't really see all of the like funny things. But when I've seen the show already, I don't really miss out on that many things because I've already seen it, you know? So I feel like I'm not missing out on as much when I'm just like rewatching shows, and it just like it brings me a lot of comfort because I know the characters so well, and I love these shows so much. So I really enjoy just rewatching shows, okay? So I guess if, I don't know, if you're curious, the shows that I tend to rewatch are the ones that I obviously love and, you know, like care about enough to want to rewatch plenty of times, because why would I want to rewatch a show that I don't like that much? I don't know. I don't want to do that. But yeah, I really like The Office, and I really like Parks and Recreation, New Girl, and I really like Friends. I do watch Friends sometimes as well, and I love How I Met Your Mother, and also I really like the show Superstore, and I watch Gilmore Girls a lot too. That's not a sitcom, but it still like has those vibes because it is a comedy, and it's just like an easy to watch show, and it's just like a funny show that is very cozy and comforting, and I really like it. So it still like gives me the same things that I get from like a sitcom, but the episodes are just longer, I guess, and there's a little bit more like drama, I guess, a little bit, I don't know, but it's just like super cozy, and those are just like the shows that I can remember off the top of my head. I just really like them, and they bring me a lot of joy. So I guess if you were ever like, wow, I don't know what to watch next, and then this Sims video was recommended to you on YouTube, and you decided to click on it because you just like had the feeling that the creator of it was gonna give you some show recommendations, and you were like, oh my god, yeah, I think that's gonna happen, then you were right, because I did just give you a lot of show recommendations, and I don't know how you were able to guess that before watching the video, but yeah, that's really cool. So yeah, there you go, you got some show recommendations, my friend, and I really like those shows. And also, if you have seen them already, then you know what, you should just rewatch them, because that's what this whole rant is all about. Rewatching shows is really good and great and really fun, and it's a thing you should do, I guess. I don't know. And I definitely think that a lot of shows get so much better when you've rewatched it quite a few times, or just like rewatched it one time, so you've seen it one time and then rewatched it one time, I guess, if I needed to clarify that. I don't know if I did, but yeah, if you've seen them more than one time, they just like get so much better, in my opinion. And I feel like that's how I feel about New Girl. I don't know, that was a weird way of wording that sentence, but that is how I feel about New Girl. And because I really liked it the first time I watched it, and I did really enjoy it. I thought it was really funny and nice, and I really liked the concept of it, and the characters were really good and whatever. I really enjoyed it. But then after rewatching it, I loved it so much more, because the first time that I watched it, I liked it, but I didn't like love it. I wasn't over the moon excited, and just, I don't know, I didn't love it. But then when I rewatched it, I thought it was amazing and so funny, and I really like it. And what I like the most about it is just how stupid it is, and it's so unserious, and it's just like so dumb, and I don't know, the characters are just so unserious, and I love everything about that. And even though the premise for a lot of sitcoms is sort of like the same, because it's just like mainly about a group of like, I don't know, mid-20s to early 30s people that are friends or co-workers or something, like it's always like sort of the same thing. But the thing that is very different from shows like New Girl and then to shows like How I Met Your Mother, because like seemingly they do both look sort of similar, because they are just like about these like mid-20s people that live in the city, and they are friends and whatever, and some of them live together, some don't. Like on the surface they look so similar, and there definitely are a lot of similarities between the two shows, because they are like both sitcoms and have those like things that I just mentioned in common. Like they are very similar in that way. But the thing about like How I Met Your Mother is that it's so deep in a way, and it has like such deep topics and conversations that it brings up, and it really gets you in your feelings sometimes. And New Girl is just like so silly, and it's like definitely escapism, whereas like How I Met Your Mother has definitely made me cry sometimes, because there are just some episodes that were really sad, and they just like really get you thinking. And if you have watched the show a few times, you probably know which exact episode that I'm referring to, because there's like one that really stands out, and it's one in like late season 8 where it's just really sad. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you anything about it, but it's a really sad episode, and it really just like gets me in my feelings every time that I watch it. It's the one with robots versus wrestlers, if you needed a little reminder, I guess. But yeah, I don't know, New Girl is not a show that gets me in my feelings. It just like makes me laugh, and I love that so much. And How I Met Your Mother definitely makes me laugh too. But a thing that I really think is interesting about the internet is that when a show, or literally just anything else, this is definitely not limited to just the shows, but this is just like what we're talking about right now, but when a show is really, really popular, a time will inevitably come where the show definitely loses its popularity, and people start to think that it's kind of like cringy. And if you say that you like it when it's past its peak and like past its time where people think it's like good and whatever, you're gonna be seen as like a bit of a weirdo because you still like that thing that isn't super trendy to watch and like anymore. And I feel like the internet definitely did that with like Friends, because at one point it definitely like had this new wave of popularity, and I think this was maybe like 5-7-ish years ago, quite a lot of time ago, and people really, really liked it, and then people started to really just dislike it, and watching and enjoying Friends was just like super cringy. And like if you said that you like Friends, people were gonna be like, oh my god, Friends is just like such a dumb show, like it's just about these mid-20s white people in New York City, and it's like not good, the story is not good at all, and like there are so many plot holes. And yeah, all of that is very true. Like it's not a very diverse show, and it definitely has some jokes that definitely did not age well, and the storyline is definitely not great. It definitely has some major plot holes, but you know what, the reason why I personally like Friends is because it's just like so cozy, and the vibes are great. I love the NYC vibes, and just like the concept of watching this really, really close friend group hang out and whatever, like it's just really fun, and it's comforting, and it's nice, and it's cozy. I really, really like that. So I don't understand why people just hate Friends so much, but I feel like maybe, or at least like that this is just like my own observation, it's not really based on anything in particular, just what I've seen in comment sections and in videos. But I feel like I have started to see a turn in like how people feel about the show, and some people have decided to like it a little bit again, but they aren't like obsessed yet like they were in the past, I guess. I don't really know. But I feel like I am kind of like seeing the same thing with the show The Office now, because a few years ago the show was like all the rage, and people were definitely like, The Office is so much better than Friends. However, The Office is definitely not a perfect show, and everyone who has watched it knows that the first and the 2 last seasons are not good. Like they are pretty garbage in a way, but the middle seasons are really, really just really good, and dare I say nearly just masterpieces in my personal opinion. And I really, really like The Office. It definitely is one of my absolute favorite shows of all time, but it's definitely not a flawless show. And I have started to see that after like the show was at its peak of interest in like recent times, which was in my opinion, just like based on my own observations again, was like maybe a year or 2 ago, and I have sort of like started to see that people are starting to think that watching The Office and enjoying The Office is kind of cringy, and people have started to point out the flaws with it. And I just think it's really, really interesting, like the cycle of the internet, when people like really like one thing one day, and then all of a sudden like the internet just like changes their opinion collectively on one specific thing, and it just like is seen as this cringy and like stupid thing, and you're stupid if you like it. I think that's very, very interesting, and I just really dislike that in a lot of ways, because it's just so difficult to keep up with sometimes. So yeah, I don't like that. But yeah, I've been rambling on for far too long now about things that I just wanted to talk about, I guess. But thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you aren't subscribed already and you enjoy my content. I would really appreciate it, but you know, you don't have to. But besides all of that, I hope you're having an amazing, amazing day. Bye everybody!